All right, guys, welcome back to Casks-n-Que, or Whiskey and Barbecue Meat. Today I have with me David Pugh. He's a good friend of mine, and he's new into bourbon and scotch and whiskey in general. So we're going to review this bottle of Barrell Craft Spirits Bourbon. This video is sponsored by Parkway Liquor in Benton, Arkansas. This is JC, he's the owner. He was generous enough to let us take this bottle home and review it. It was funny when I walked in there, I was like, man, you know, I'm kind of looking for something different. Told him about the YouTube channel and he was all on board, and he said, you know what, take this bottle home and give it a review, and if it gets some customers through the door, then it's all worth it. Man, we really appreciate you for letting us try out this bottle right here, and we're very grateful. So if you don't mind, go check out his website, give him a call, especially if you're local in the central Arkansas area. I hate to tell you guys this, but it's one of my honey holes.
Agreed.
I know.
Agreed.
But for the sake of him letting us sample this one, I'll go ahead and give up.
You gotta throw it out there.
You gotta throw it out there. So we'll be right back. So this particular bourbon, and I have my cheat sheet pulled up as always. The classification is a blend of straight bourbons. It's Barrell Craft Spirits, as you can see on the label. The distillery is undisclosed, so it can be Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So I mean, take your pick. I mean, my guess would be Indiana MGP, Kentucky. I don't have a freaking clue. And if we go down to Tennessee, it could be Jack or it could be Dickel.
There's a lot of mystery there.
A lot of mystery. So the proof on this is 113. The age statement can be anywhere. Is it 16 to 17?
16, I believe. 16
at least. 17 is in there as well. It could be a little bit more. So really anywhere between 16 and maybe 18, somewhere in that range. It's kind of mysterious. Again, we're talking about the Barrell Bourbon. I don't know a lot about this at all.
I don't either.
As a matter of fact, I mean, if I'm being completely transparent, even though this video is sponsored, I will say that I've stayed away from this series just because I don't know who they are.
Yeah. This is my first intro into Barrell.
Yeah, I've seen the Seagrass. I think you and I went to
seen it at some draws.
At some raffles and stuff. Yeah, I've seen the Seagrass before, and you know, people were after it. I just never really have.
It's $100 that I don't know about.
It's $100 I don't know about.
You know.
That's a good way to put it. So the MSRP on this one is about $500. Mm-hmm. Parkway Liquor has this one below MSRP.
This is the Gold Label series here.
This is the Gold Label series. I mean, it's an expensive whiskey. It's, you know, aged for a long time.
Yeah.
But we're here to review it and see if it commands the price and see if it's worthy of that price. So we're going to get into this thing, and if you don't mind, stick around, like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell. If you smash the bell down in to your right-hand corner, then that will notify you of any new uploads that we do, and it helps this channel out a lot. All right, folks, we're back. Thanks for sticking around. David poured us a dram of this Barrell Bourbon. This one is, well, one thing about Barrell Bourbon before we get into the nose and the palate, it's a company in Louisville, but they're a bottling company, and they also do blending. So if they have their own barrels that are aging right now, I don't know. David, we've read, yeah, possibly. We've read a little bit about it. We don't see anything that indicates that. If you guys, could let us know if that's true or not, then comment below. And so we were fortunate enough to have this bottle lended to us by JC over at Parkway Liquor in Benton, Arkansas. Again, I'll put his information and website in the comment section or in the description box. I'll probably do both. So David, we read a little bit about this. Some of the things we're supposed to be getting out of this is flavor notes. You want to get into that for me since you're closer to the cheat sheet?
Yeah, so from what we're looking at, we're supposed to get gentle notes from toasted oak trees, obviously, and our screen just went blank. Excellent. We're going on the nose here, right?
Yep.
Yep. So sugarcane, pipe tobacco, toasted cinnamon, those kinds of things.
Some like rich flavor profile.
Goes on into like fruits, rhubarb, cherry, dried apricot.
I don't know that I've ever had rhubarb. One of my friends over at Rhubarb and Cod, Susan, if you can chime in. I don't really know what rhubarb is. I've heard of rhubarb pie. She always comments.
So basically, it should smell very complex. Is what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, same. Again, this is the gold
label.
The gold label barrel.
16 year could be. It's a blend. I think actually a blend of a 16 and a 17 year.
Right. Like
from the research I've gathered.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Is that it'll be any. It could be any whiskey up to 17 years old. I don't know that there's anything young. Did it say that there's anything younger than 16, or it's 16 and 17 blended?
16 and 17.
16 and 17. Okay. So that will tell you automatically that you'll pull out a lot of those flavors from the barrel.
Should be a really rich, complex taste and smell. Should be.
Yeah. Retail on this one?
We're saying around 500 is what everything I've seen.
That's what's on their website. It's 500.
This is on Barrell's website specifically.
Okay. Again, we didn't spend that on this. This was lended to us by our good friend JC at Parkway Liquor in Benton, Arkansas.
Yeah.
My wife would kill me if I spent that kind of money on a bottle of bourbon. Why don't we get into the nose? She's over there watching. She's like, yeah, we kill you. I think right away I get that cherry note. There's just so much to pick up in this one.
Definitely rich.
Very rich, yeah.
Got a lot of dimension to it.
Mm-hmm. And I still pick up a little bit of that tobacco leather. I mean, you get that. That's pretty common, right, with anything that's been aged that long. There's something else there. I'm not able to pinpoint it.
Maybe a little bit of cinnamon, maybe.
Yeah. That's kind of faint to me.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a dried fruity smell at the end of it.
And I think I mentioned this before. A lot of times when we have like a really good bourbon, I always think about like rich dried fruit, like plums and that kind of thing. Like those dark cherries.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really nice. Wish I could get a $500 bottle every week. You guys can send us in samples. Feel free. Some of those other bourbon channels that have like thousands and thousands of subscribers get free whiskey all the time. I don't know why I can't. What's wrong with you people? Why don't we go to the palate and see what we got?
All right.
Wow. First thing I think about is like luxurious. A couple dudes from Saline County, Arkansas. We don't get our hands on stuff like this very often.
Definitely tastes like what it retails at.
Yeah, it does. It's complex. It's rich. There's no burn at all. There's no hug to speak of. Just maybe a little bit. I still pick up those dark cherries. The pepper, man, I don't notice pepper on the palate.
No, I don't either. I get a real fruity taste to it.
It's delicious. And I'm kind of a purist when it comes to, well, just about everything that I'm passionate about. But this being a company that just does the bottling and blending, it's really good. I mean,
it's on up there with.
I've been fortunate enough to have
for me personally.
Yeah, me too.
One of the best bourbons I've ever tasted.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I've had a better one, to be completely honest. But
it's got all the things.
It has all the things for sure. Complex, mouth coating, not mouth filling. I'll delete that. The nuttiness, talking about mouth filling, the nuttiness is there. I'll delete that out too. That'll be on the blooper reel.
It might get the most views. I mean, it might make this go viral.
But yeah, there's like kind of like a walnut type of flavor, I think. Toasted marshmallows is probably.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Like not something you're just gonna go pick up off the shelf at all.
No, I mean, if you sat around and drank this all night, you'd probably come up with a lot of different flavors.
I think it really stays there for a while.
It does.
It's not like the alcohol content. It's just it stays on the palate. Doesn't.
That's usually a sign of, in my experience, of
a good aged whiskey, bourbon.
Yeah. There's more viscosity, and I don't know how the science behind it, but I do know that it's more mouth coating. It stays around longer. The finish is long.
That velvety mouthfeel.
Velvety mouthfeel, long finish. So if you're paying for a whiskey at that price point, you want that. You want it to stick around. You don't want to drink it like some more inexpensive bourbons, where you drink it and it's good, but it goes away quickly. That's one thing about, and I'll reference the video above David's head. When Double A and I did a review of
Evan
Williams, Bottled and Bond. I keep on forgetting what we reviewed. Off camera, it's hilarious. So that one was really, really good, and to the point, I'm trying to wrap it up quickly, is that it went away quick. Like, you drink it, it's delicious, and then it's gone. Yeah. Like, you don't have any residual flavors
What you get with a $20 bourbon.
Yeah, that's totally fine. We always talk on this channel about availability, taste, and value. This one may be a little more difficult as far as value.
Yeah, this one's gonna be really hard to rank on that scale.
Yeah, it is.
For us.
I mean, we're just not $500 bottle kind of guy.
Common folk,
Yeah, it's common folk, exactly. It's as far as the retail price, I'm not going to get into that. I think JC wants you to come into the liquor store and visit him. But I will say it's very fair compared to retail price on this particular bourbon. I'll let you look all that up. If I were to spend the amount that Barrell Bourbon has this listed at on their website of $4.99, if I had $500 to spend on a bourbon, out of the bourbons I've had in that price range, even Scotch, I would say it's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Because on the secondary you can get really, really stupid. I don't know what this is going for on the secondary. I don't know if you've looked it up.
I don't know if I've ever seen it on secondary, honestly.
Yeah. So when we talk about the finish on this one, we mentioned that it's a long finish. David, what do you think about the finish as far as?
Well, going back to, what the internet says.
What the internet says. Yeah.
I definitely get the dried oak, and I get a little bit of the caramel dips. The lingering warmth is the biggest one for me. Like, it really sticks around, and it's not the proof. I don't think it's. I think it's actually
the flavor.
The flavor and content of it. Just hanging out, and it doesn't go anywhere. It sticks around for a while.
For sure. The main theme here for me is the chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah.
And that's something I love. So, it's also on Breaking Bourbon. I'm looking at our cheat sheet over here. It's dried oak, I think that's
Pretty common.
pretty common.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably goes without being said. The leather, I think it's the same thing. It's like that good old leather couch
Yeah.
type of feel. We're also showing cinnamon. She's over there cracking
You
up
guys
right
aren't
now.
allowed to come anymore.
Yeah.
This is it.
This is it, no more.
You're staying at home next time. I'm gonna call you. Come,
She's like,
come pick me up when I'm done.
she's like, I love sitting here with no TV sound, listening to y'all talk.
Just getting all these
Bullshit
Snickers.
about bourbon that
So we need to talk about Grandpa's pipe. I'm like, just
Grandpa pipe.
Grandpa's pipe.
So a lot of people assume that I don't know most, but a lot of sourced whiskeys come from MGP, Jack Daniels, that kind of thing. This one, when you look on Breaking Bourbon, it says undisclosed, I think. So I don't know where this one's from. So we have to give this a rating of 1 to 5 based on availability, taste, and value. So where do you come out on this?
This is tough.
Yeah.
So the taste, for sure, if I had to just go off that, is for me a 5. I mean,
agree.
it's excellent. It's the best bourbon I've ever tasted, personally. Availability, I couldn't tell you.
Have you seen it
I couldn't say that I've seen it on shelves or
in our market
behind
anyway?
the shelves anywhere. Definitely not on the shelf. Price, that's a whole different thing. Kind of depends on what you're playing with.
Yeah.
For me, this is not something I'm going to go in and buy. Maybe if I have a newborn child or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a special purchase.
Right, Shelby?
Oh, his wife is pregnant.
I can get
They're-
one.
they're
I can get
doing-
one next week.
Yeah. They're over there laughing at us.
Presents. I did.
Oh, she gets presents, not you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's messed up.
I got you.
I'll get you a bottle of bourbon, buddy.
Oh, I mean, if you go all together, I'd probably give it a
I'm not getting you this.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'd probably give it a 4. But and a lot of that's based off price for me
Yeah.
because it's out of my price range.
Me too.
Personally.
I'm not much different. I'm at a 4 as well, mainly because of availability and price.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to buy a bourbon that's that expensive.
Yeah.
And still go see JC at Parkway Liquor, and this isn't a knock on him at all. As a matter of fact, he has a very fair price compared to
On everything.
So if you're looking for this one, I would go there and get it. I'm not going to name prices, but go there and see him. It's the best bourbon I've ever tasted. Okay.
Yeah. If you want
to
to put that in your collection, then I would definitely go get it.
Yeah. To date, it's the best one I've ever
And they've
had.
got a couple extra bottles laying around.
I was in there a few days ago, and I want to say they had 3, maybe 4, and that was on the shelf behind the counter. So, JC, if you're watching this, I'll take a 10% commission. We're golden after that. So I would, taste, it's a 5. Availability, I've never seen it anywhere besides Parkway Liquor.
It's really
So
tough to do.
that's what brings it down for me.
Really tough to do this scale on this particular bourbon.
It is. So I'm at a 4 as well. Pretty much the same reasons David is at a 4. So that's kind of where we come out on this. Any parting thoughts on this one?
Well, it makes me interested to see what the other barrel line has to offer.
Yeah.
I think both of us talked about. Neither one of us has we haven't dabbled into this
We went to
at all.
a raffle, and
Have
the
you had-
seagrass was the big thing at that point.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't keep up as good as some others do, but he was the one that told me about seagrass. I was like, oh, if I haven't been to the distillery or heard of it, then I'm kind of a snob about it. So it was one of those deals.
It makes me interested to see what else they have to offer.
Sure.
Maybe I'll try seagrass.
Same. There's a
going
cask
to.
strength. There's seagrass. You can go to their website.
There's-
Link below.
7 or 8 different bottles when
Yeah.
you walk into the store. It seems like.
Yeah, I'm willing to try them all now because I've looked at other YouTube channels that have reviewed some of these other expressions, and everybody raves about every single one of them pretty much. So
yeah, I don't have any complaints about it at
yeah,
all.
and like I said, I'm kind of picky about you know, buy from the distillery where the juice is distilled and that kind of thing. But there's a few exceptions, and this is going to be one of them.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Cool. Well, JC over at Parkway Liquor in Benton, Arkansas. Again, we'll put like a little infographic here. Give him a call. Go in and visit the store. Ask for him. Tell him you've watched this video. He's not going to give you a discount, but you know, you still need to go see him. It's good company, good store. He's always honest with his pricing. I don't ever see anything that's, you know, overly priced at all. It's very fair, good selection. So I mean, just a good place to go. It's one of my honey holes. I don't like to give those out, but he in exchange let us borrow this. So in this case, I'll put it out there. All right, guys. So once again, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm Justin.
I'm David.
And we will see you next time.